You know what is the biggest mystery in the world, in the history of humankind? No pyramids, not dinosaurs, not even the origin of the universe. The biggest mystery in the world is inability of people to move. Yep, inability of people to move. Moving is one of the three most important qualities or functions of a human being. After eating, drinking, breathing, there's a movement. So you eat, drink, breathe, and move. So why is that? About every single activity of a human being, there are volumes and volumes of books written. There are instructions, there are sciences, there are theories, there are all kinds of things except for movement. Except for movement. Why is that? During all this millennia of people existence, people are never taught how to move. Somehow it's assumed that people can move just once you're born. You start crawling, walking, and you crawl and walk through all of the stages in your life. And people are totally ignorant of movement. A lot of people probably think they're very, very good. The most common praise I hear from people that I drive, they usually say, "You're a good driver, you drive like me." Well, it took me a titanic effort to not drive like you exactly. So, and the way people drive in such a pathetic, haphazard, sloppy form is the mind-boggling. Don't confuse or don't mistake an oily film and a dirty puddle for a rainbow of sorts. Vladimir Nabokov. Remember that. So what do you think is a good driving is not even close to average or mediocre driving. Most people are so ignorant about the movement. Do you know how many people will leave home today not to ever come back? And incredible amount of people that die in the world every day outside of sicknesses and age, movement related. You're not aware of your surroundings. You're not aware of what you do, how to move. All this poor, pathetic attempts to walk through a glass door, bump into somebody, slipping, sliding, dropping things, getting an accident, different fender benders. That's the faucets of the same thing. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror very hard for a very long time and just admit it. Admit it that you cannot drive. You're very pathetic at everything you do because driving is exactly an epitome of everything you do in life. It reflects completely your personality and how you live your life. You live your life the way you drive. Period. If you're a pathetic driver and very average, sloppy navigator, and whatever you do in life and any kinds of movement, so you are in your life. It's as simple as that. So once you start getting very, very good, or at least improving in movement and driving, your life will start changing for a lot better. Just remember, that's the reason you have to stay there. There are plenty of channels that will teach you certain things, and I'm all for it. There are very, very good, very decent channels that tell you about a lot of great things, and I very appreciate them. But they take a specific time in your life to meditate, to train your skills, while movement is always there. It's always there from the time you wake up, from the time you dine or have a breakfast. You move down the stairs, you walk down the street, finally get in the car and start driving. It's all about movement, and you're not there. And if you object to what I say, and he would say, "No, it can't be like this," I'll tell you how widespread is this ignorance. Two words: Lyft, Uber, and all this ride-sharing business. If you would come to me with that business proposition, with this business pitch, and start telling me about great application and technology breakthrough, letting people drive everybody else, random people drive random people, you will be out of my door in 20 seconds. You would be out of my door in 20 seconds because I know what it takes to be a great driver. And I know what it takes to be a great, great commercial driver. Most people, 99.9% of it, is not even close to it. How can you possibly think about it? How can you possibly exchange the knowledge? Yep, that very thing that prospective cab drivers do in London before getting a license. And famous London black cabs or yellow cabs in the New York City. For what? Mini cabs, Uber, Lyfts, random sloppy people driving. So there's a rule. I keep telling that, and I will say it a lot more in the different videos, and I usually tell it to a lot more people. Nothing really matters until it does. Until it does. How can random people, very pathetic, average driving skills, so you want to save a few dollars? Tell me what is the motivation? Because you have that cool app on the computer and you can punch a screen and see what's... there's nothing that justifies that. I know people from both sides of that picture, people who ride those Ubers and Lyfts a lot and people who drive them. All things professional. You want to be a person of quality yourself, doing quality things. You probably consider yourself a professional in certain fields of what you do in life. How is that you try to save a few bucks, you order someone with literally subpar driving skills because it will save you a few dollars because supposedly an application is so cool? I'm very critical of my fellow cab drivers. I am. And I know exactly what, but in comparison with the certain things that cab drivers are not doing right, Uber and Lyft drivers, all these DD services and whatever, there are so many of them nowadays. I'm just speechless. It tells you that how many people in all levels of lives and all positions, from lay folks to people in executive positions and politicians, they probably think that driving is so easy, so simple. Anything else in life, you need to have some kind of a background, some professional training. But in case of driving, it's assumed that everybody can do it. No, nobody can do it. I have yet to see one single good driver in my life. Not because I didn't see very beautiful, very nice pieces of driving. But one of the important things in life, as in driving, is the consistency. I have never seen people do these things consistently. That's why it is an incredible mystery to me that people who are generally not taught or not how to move in life in general and to drive in particular, all of a sudden do it commercially and do it for everybody else. Oh well. One thing I can tell you, it's still a great mystery that after all these thousands of years, people are not taught how to move properly. Since the very early age, that's why if you look around, people in the city, in the car, in buses, on the street, you will see the level of attention and level of awareness is close to zero. People sloppy, and now with the technology and the phones, the face is glued to those phones. People completely unaware of where they go, what they do, and how they move, let alone drive. That's the reason you need to be there. That's the reason you need to be here. Because driving is the only thing that perfect driving, consistently very, very good driving, will make you a completely different person. It's a totally different level of existence. That's why you need to be here, and you'll be given everything you need to know, everything that will help you advance. It's impossibly easy. or impossibly difficult, depending on your willingness to change yourself as a person and be in command of your life. That is your choice. But the mystery stays the same. Nobody can drive very good. Nobody can move very good. And if you're willing to do that, you will see the results. And I'm here to share my very humble little experience, and you'll be there. Have fun. Stay safe.